Alright, let's get going, why don't we? Hunger and thirst suck. And they don't actually make the game any more fun. I think we'll just go with freedom. Yeah.
This is the farthest I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research is in everything.
It is to me. And Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Sure you will.
Approaching 45-46 speed. Surface temperature is up. Drop pod deployed.
I need to take more out of this stuff. Let's just go adjust this a little bit, why don't we? There it is. Okay.
Welcome to 45-46 speed. Enjoy your stay.
Well, we're not getting anything out of that.
Holy smokes! That did not go as planned. I should find a way into the water and get to the drop pod.
Perhaps. Leash. All right. Where's a good place to start? Give me some resources, you. Don't remember if those are worth anything. Ooh, copper. That's useful. Titanium. Okay. Looks like there's some stuff down there we should go grab. More copper. Quartz. Hello, Treebeard. Playing Abby's Nightmare. Did Abby ever play this game? I know he played the first one. That's where we got the wonderful clip of him noping out, shall we say, to the Mario theme. He played both? Somehow I must have missed him playing this one then. I probably shouldn't be underneath here right now.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know. There, see, we're fine. Alright, we need to get ourselves an oxygen tank as soon as possible. I think we probably already have the resources for it. First one's definitely the better game. Unfortunately, I wish you could mix the two up. Because this one's got some things going for it that are really good compared to the first one. Namely, it's damn it, the Mac, whatever it's called again.
Oxygen.
Is way better. Alas, it does not have the Cyclops, though. If it doesn't have the Cyclops, does it really exist?
Found the drop pod.
Okay. I would like an O2 tank, thank you very much. That I need a fiber mesh with using creepvine samples. Silicon rubber, for which I need creepvine clusters, of course. Let's go out, find some creepvine, and get a knife. Pretty sure there was some creepvine back this way. Yeah, right over here. We'll see if it's got any clusters on it. Yeah, the prawn suit.
Should be able to use this.
There we go, creepvine clusters. For some reason they're red in this game instead of the yellow they were in the first one.
New blueprint synthesized. Oxygen.
Yeah, yeah. The prawn suit is the only vehicle worth using in this game. The sea truck is just boring as hell. It is not a good replacement for either of the two things that it's supposed to replace. I don't even know if I'll build one, honestly. Okay, silicon rubber. Like, half the fun of the first game was the Cyclops. Yes, it's a knife. You've never seen a knife before. Which is why you stuck it through your hand. Okay. We really need fiber mesh and more rubber. I can probably go ahead and make more rubber right now. There we go. Alright. More copper. There it is.
New blueprint synthesized.
Okay.
Oxygen.
For me, in the first game, the highlight of the game was always when you first get hold of the Cyclops. And then, of course, you did not bother with the Seamoth, except maybe a little bit in the early game. You, okay. No 2 tank.
Adding additional blueprints to your databank.
No. That was not
The
the button I
standard
wanted.
oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
What button did I hit to bring
Well,
that
Sam,
up?
I guess I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search. Hope that radio tower's as easy to spot as Lil said.
Okay, can I make this go away, please? Well, it's not Tildy that brought it up, so what was it? Ah, it's F1. Okay. I don't think you can just have tanks in your inventory anymore in this one. I know there was a time, oh so very long ago, in the first game, where you could just put loads of tanks in your inventory, but I think they fixed that before 1.0. Go away, stop bothering me. I've seen them all, go away. Don't care about the story, it's dumb. And air pumps don't make sense either. Okay. Now, we need to make a scanner. For that we need a battery. For a battery, we just need some ribbon plant. And that assumes I can find some ribbon plant. Assuming I remember what it looks like. Is that this over here, actually?
Ribbon plants contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that a dive knife is pretty fundamental. Okay. Like a scanner? Yay,
All
build
right,
things
I
now.
have a scanner. In goes the battery and titanium. Out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some
shut up about it
fascinating
now,
flora and
please.
fauna, and I can't wait to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Altera left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier. Don't worry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a
Yeah,
little
who cares
research on the
about
side,
her?
right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to
Escape
you.
doesn't
I
close
promise.
that, and that annoys me. Okay. Hold still, damn it. Alright, time to go to the surface.
Oxygen, new blueprint synthesized.
Apparently there was half-finished code in the first game for simulating pressure sicknesses. Which personally I think would have been kind of interesting. but I guess they didn't ask me. It definitely should not be able to just swim to the surface every time you need air.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to get to the surface. Okay. Back here, you little shit. I've turned off food and water usage because that's honestly just busy work. It's not at all hard to get food and water. It just sucks up inventory space and is annoying for no good reason. Also, that's definitely one thing I'm going to miss about what do I call it? Okay. Stop moving, you little shits. Okay, already scanned that, I think. Already scanned those. At least they don't have those exploding things in every cave.
All Terra supply cache nearby.
Seems useful. Okay, let's grab some air. And we'll swim across underneath this thing. Looks like there's some valuable stuff in there we probably want. Okay. Nice. There, get away from me. Work correctly, those little bastards steal your stuff. I don't appreciate that. Nutrient block, which I guess we'll pick up. It's useless to us because I turned off eating. And that. Water. Okay, is there anything around here that's actually going to be useful to me? Flare. That's not actually that useful, really. First aid kit's kind of useful. Mineral detector fragment.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Mineral detector's kind of cool.
New blueprint synthesized.
Okay. There's a PDA we might as well grab. Right, and there's more stuff down in here. Hello, Dread. Played the first one of these, wasn't having fun, couldn't finish it, even the walkthroughs didn't help. Well, I will definitely be playing the original at some point. I just need to figure out when I want to slot it in. And then you will see how to finish it.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It is not terribly clear in some ways. It definitely requires a lot of poking around and...
Oxygen.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of poking around and finding the right spot multiple times. Okay. Let's go back over here to the emergency supply cache and we'll ditch the food and water. There's no reason to bring that with us. I can turn that shit off. The problem with the first game is that I played way too much of it. I know pretty much exactly where to go and what to do. And so there just isn't any mystery left in it. And half the fun of these games is exploring. Okay, we just need to go straight back. Let's see if I can scan you. Back here. Really, if the story was slightly less dumb in this game, and if it had, how am I going this way instead of that way?
That sounds like a distress call.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
I'll definitely need more equipment to get to that. Anyway, I definitely haven't explored everything there is to see in the first one, because the map's pretty large and there are lots of corners to poke around and such like. But I've seen most of the main sites. This one I've only played through once, and so I know the map much less well than I know the map in the first one. Like the first one, there's certain destinations that I know very easily how to find them, and most of the other destinations that are any way relevant to the plot, I know approximately how to find them. Major resource locations, some of which can be hard to find sometimes.
Picked up what sounds like a distress call. Who or what is out here calling for help? It didn't sound human. Maybe it's from a
It
remnant
was
of
Morse
architect
code, you
technology.
dumbass.
In her message, Sam's colleague did say there was something important here. Even if it's just a mimic from one of the more intelligent aquatic specimens, that could be a major find.
It didn't sound
Or
human,
if
but
it's
it was
from
using
Altera,
Morse code.
it could have bearing on what happened to Sam. I should definitely check it out.
Like, how would you know it was a distress call if you didn't recognize it was Morse code? This game's plot isn't particularly... The first game was much better story-wise, largely because they left a lot of things unclear, unexplained. Also, I mentioned how much I appreciated the mark all as viewed functionality that whatever that game was called, Cyberspace 2 had. Easily and quickly just say, yes, I've seen all this shit, I don't care, go away. And it would stop bugging you that there's new things to look at. Extremely useful. Okay. Mineral detector would require a battery and copper wire. We don't have any crystalline sulfur right now. We can't make a repair tool. I don't really care about the flashlight. At this point in time, anyway. Let's go ahead and make a battery. A copper wire. Make a mineral detector, because why not?
The mineral detector can sniff out raw materials, potentially saving you hundreds of hours of searching.
Okay. Yeah. Now, is there anything else useful I can make with the fabricator right now? Ah, shit. I didn't want to make that. Oops. We can make an air pump, but that's basically useless. We can make a compass, but we need a wiring kit. What do they make the wiring kit out of nowadays? Silver ore. Okay. We don't have any of that yet. Alright. Go ahead and dump most of our inventory. And let's go looking for things to scan. Let's see. Let's go this way. In particular, we are looking for any blueprints and stuff we can get. Remember correctly, the suit is only available after a certain story beat. I don't actually remember if that's true though or not. Anyway. You are swimming toward me. I don't like that. So, you're one of those little sheds. There's some stuff. Remember correctly, this gives... Yeah. Oxygen. There's some happy fun time. Alright, let's avoid the murder fish. Manual detector fragment. Desk that we'll probably never build. Flares, suppose I should take them, I guess. Nutrient block we'll leave behind. Alright. Alright, then swim down and find out what's down here. That looks like a fragment for a beacon. Beacons are extremely useful. First aid kit is useful. Water is not useful. Let's go grab some air before we go down there.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay. So it looks like the cable runs down into here. Cable coral. Sea truck fragment? Nope. Sea monkey nest. There's a sea glide fragment. Oh yeah. Okay, we need to get out of here now.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And up we go. Once we get the sea glide, this will speed up considerable. The one thing that's important to know about these games is that the draw distance is really bad. Okay, I'm gonna need you to die. Now. Damn it, there's no sulfur in there. Well, that's disappointing. Now that I think about it.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Now they didn't give me a full charge. I'm cheated, I tell you. Oh, there's the sea monkey nest we were scanning earlier. For new computers, should you go AMD or Intel? I'm probably the wrong person to ask on that. Because I will tell you AMD every single time.
Warning.
Whether that's a good idea or not.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
AMD probably, yeah, right now AMD is probably the better choice. Intel's still in the business of making space heaters for the current couple generations. Even on single core, they're not winning at the moment, unless you are water cooling or doing something equally dumb. Sea glide fragments. I say dumb because I like computers that I can use, not computers I have to maintain. Now that I think about it, I don't know if that salt's going to be useful or not. Loot. Not useful loot. Alright, that was for an item I already had. Nutrient block, flare. Let's go grab some water. Or air, I mean. Water cooling can outperform air cooling, but I much prefer to air cool my PCs because it's way more reliable. Far more trouble-free. Okay. We should probably get a light before we come back down here again. Because with water cooling, if your pump dies, you better hope your thermal production is in good shape. With air cooling, Pathfinder tool, heck yeah. Those are kind of useful. I never made them though. They're kind of useful, but anyway. If your pump dies, you better hope your thermal protection good. Air cooling, if your fans die, it'll thermal throttle, but it won't hurt anything. You'll realize pretty quick that something's wrong, and generally your system can idle just off the get away from me, a little shit. Ah, there's the sulfur I need. Okay. Dust is actually a bigger problem with air with well, I shouldn't say bigger problem. The same kind of a problem, air versus water. Because either way, you're pulling a lot of air through fin stacks. But that's an easy problem to solve. You just put filters on all the intakes. Honestly, I would strongly recommend going to PC Part Picker and playing around, checking out a system. It's no longer the height of the shortages. You can actually get custom systems for the same price or less as pre-builts again. And you're less likely to get weird hardware decisions that rebuilt makers tend to do. Oh, there's something over there. We probably should start swinging back to base. Alright, I don't like that noise. As long as he stays over there, we're good. Problem is, I don't know if I trust him to stay over there. Alright, let's start heading back to base. I think we're safe from him. But this is starting to get pretty deep. Or it's going to be getting deep out that way, and we're not equipped for that yet. If I was going to build...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
If I was going to build myself a new system, keeping in mind that I already have a really awesome case, I'm not going to replace that. And I have a really awesome CPU cooler that I'm not going to be replacing either. So that would save me like $300. That's another nice benefit of building your own. You can reuse parts. If you have good ones. Bastard. There we go. But anyway. I would probably get an AMD graphics card. Not because I'm a fan of AMD graphics cards, but because I run Linux a lot. And AMD graphics cards support Linux way better than NVIDIA does. And also, I don't care about ray tracing. And so, NVIDIA's main selling point is not something that matters to me at all. Namely, that they have better ray tracing performance. Like, who cares? And I would probably get... Oh... My current CPU would be retired to... I'd probably buy a cheap case for it. I guess I have to get a new CPU cooler if I did that. But it's still perfectly fine CPU, so I'd probably ship it over to... I want to use it as a server. Got enough oomph to do a pretty good job of that. So I'd probably buy another CPU cooler. But I think I'd probably get a an 800 class of whatever the latest. I think it's the 7000 series for AMD right now. Like a 7800 X3D would probably be what I'd be looking for. Specifically because the X3D, because the 3D V-Cache is gonna perform better in most games. Okay, what was I looking to make? I don't want a compass, but I don't really need it. I don't have the Sea Glide unlocked yet, do I? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay. Partly unlocked. I can make some beacons. I don't really have anything useful unlocked yet. And then I would get the best graphics card I can get with whatever's left in my budget. The 7800 specifically, because that's a pretty good split between number of cores and performance of each core. Oh yeah, I can make the repair tool now. Silicon rubber. Is it 2 of those to make silicon, or is it 1? I'll find out shortly. 1. Okay. We've got a repair tool just in case we run into anything we can repair with it. Okay, let's go ahead and mark all this shit off so I don't have to pay attention to it in the future. Care about any of this stuff. Want it to stop blinking yellow at me. All right, there we go. Now, next place to go.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Should I go this way, maybe? Somewhere not too far from the starting area, there's a pretty deep area, I think. Well, there's land. Okay. How is it liquid cooled? Because there's liquid cooled and then there is liquid cooled. If it's got a 120 millimeter AIO, that is turbo not worth it over an air cooler. If it has a 240 millimeter or 360 millimeter AIO, that's probably worth it. Just with the caveat that in a few years, your cooler's probably going to fail, and you won't be able to fix it. A few being like 3 or 4 plus, maybe, depending. Could be less, could be more. Because a lot of pre-built system builders like to put 120 millimeter AIOs on stuff. And then you're just getting a slightly crappy air cooler with extra parts and extra expense. Honestly, I don't think I'd want a system with an AIO of any size. Just simply because of the maintainability or lack thereof. Because an AIO is a sealed water cooler. They don't have a separate reservoir, so you can't refill them. And they're designed to be maintenance-free. But in reality, what that means is that they will still very slowly leach water. And when they eventually do run out, you're just kind of screwed. Looks like a 360. Okay, that's probably more cooling than what you'd get out of a nice Noctua or something.
Warning,
then.
passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Hello.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I would appreciate if you'd leave me behind. Thank you. Let's see, do we have an oxygen refill thingy around here?
Oxygen.
That. Yes. Made it to the surface. Okay. Yeah, if it's got 3 fans, it's probably a 360. But at least you get better cooling performance out of it than what you would if it was just the we put a water cooler in it, quote end quote, type of AIO. High capacity O2 tank, hell yeah.
New blueprint synthesized.
And we got the blueprint for the builder. Hello.
Oxygen blueprint synthesized.
Why did you not give me 30-second warning? Shit. There's no freaking way we're making it to the surface with this. Well, that's annoying. At least we keep our stuff we found. We probably lost our inventory down there, though. Okay. Not that we really had that much of incredible value in our inventory. I should check before I talk too loud, though. The sea truck sucks. They took something really awesome and replaced it with something really shitty. But we have the capability of building a base now, complete with a battery charger, which is incredibly important. Okay. Good, I still have my inventory. Alright. Top mount water cooler? Depends on how they orient it. It's actually a pretty reasonable choice. Well, I guess for top mount it'd matter less how you orient it. Because you can put an AIO in the wrong way so that it doesn't circulate very well. Namely, you want the tubes to be down so that they can get full flow of water. If you have the rad mounted in the front of the case, say, and you have the tubes on the top, then they can it can cause your AIO to fail sooner than what it otherwise would. Because as the water slowly leaches out, which will happen, then, where am I going? Let's go find out what that high capacity O2 tank costs. Anyway, the tubes can get starved for fluid sooner than what they otherwise would. And you can get screwed. Standard O2, glass, titanium, silver. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, we're gonna want a habitat builder as soon as we can as well. Boom. Radeon RX 7900 XTX. Okay. Intel 20i9 13900 KF. At least it's not a 14 series. The 14 series is just a mildly overclocked version of the 13 series. They have no thermal headroom whatsoever and they just crank out the heat. 13 series is basically just an overclocked 12 series. That's an okay processor, as much as it hurts to admit it. 32 gigs DDR5. That's how much I would suggest. 1 terabyte NVMe, 3 terabyte hard drive, 850 watt PSU. Yeah, okay. That doesn't seem too bad. Just from the specs. I would personally buy AMD, but that's because I am a pretty strong anti-fan of Intel. For reasons that won't matter to anybody else. In other words, you can safely ignore my opinion on that topic. Alright, a builder. What do we need for that? A habitat builder needs a wiring kit, a computer chip, and a battery. We need 2 wiring kits, in other words, 4 silver. A computer chip, which is like a table coral and some other shit. We definitely do not have enough silver for that. Damn it, stop pressing that damn button. Okay. Let's go see if you can turn up any silver with this thing. Okay, here we go. This is what we actually need. Highly unlikely we'll find native silver just laying around. And we're going the wrong way. Need to get a battery charger. Yeah, this system here used to have 32 gigs of RAM in it. And that served me pretty well for a long time. But then I started having to do more. Started having to do some compile jobs. Compiling a large C program for work. And 32 gigs was no longer cutting it, so it has 64 nowadays. But definitely nothing else that I ever did would require more than that. $32 is a much more reasonable amount. Okay, apparently there just is no silver around here. At least not close enough for me to pick it up with this thing. Means we're going to want to head off in a different direction. Hello, survey. It would be quite useful if there was some silver around here. Decided to drown and freeze at the same time tonight? Something like that. What is this? Okay. This thing's chewing through power pretty quickly. I miss my Cyclops. Not that it would help me find silver any better, but... Okay, that is not a direction I want to go right now. By the stored shore. Shore is boring. Alright. Grab some air over here and then we'll head out that way toward the supply cache. One thing they did a pretty good job of in this game is the environmental effects at the surface. It's just too bad it cost the Cyclops to get there. What's this over here? Sea Glide fragment. Yay, you got the Sea Glide. We should probably swim back to base and see if we can make that. Because getting the Sea Glide would be pretty huge. Assuming it doesn't cost silver as well. Decide to just send it. Goodbye money, you'll be missed. Okay, Sea Glide, what do you cost? Battery, lubricant, copper wire, titanium. Alright, I know that's a problem. Okay. Need to go outside and grab some parts for a battery. Okay. The stuff we need is in caves or around here somewhere. No, it won't. Trust me. Even if you feel you got your full money's value out of whatever you spent the money on, the money will be missed. It always is, at least for me. Okay, lubricant. Battery. I think we need a wire too. I don't remember how much I spent on this PC, and honestly, I'm perfectly happy that way. But I definitely overspent.
The Sea Glide
By a
is a
lot.
personal transportation device used for high-speed free diving. Contains a built-in light and map.
Yay. The map isn't very useful, but I guess sometimes it might be. Okay, we've got a Sea Glide. That is, not gonna lie, pretty huge. Okay. Now, I think I want to go this way. The really annoying part is I built this machine right during We're right at the end of 2020.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I'm sure you can imagine there might have been a few issues there. Okay, here's where we died last time because it didn't give us a warning when we hit 30 seconds of oxygen left. Or at least I didn't hear it. So, I was planning to get a 3090 for this thing. I had the money available and everything. I ordered the entire system except the 3090 because the 3090 wasn't out yet. I had the whole system built. I was using my old 750 Ti.
Warning, passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Anyway. Better go to the surface right now.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
That'll help us get there. But anyway.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Well, I had the system all built, ready to go.
Oxygen.
Yeah, okay. Shut up. Stop distracting me. I'm trying to tell a story here. And I went to order a Founders Edition card on the day they released. And would you believe it?
Beacon signature detected. Unique identifier. Delta Station dock.
You just couldn't get
Delta
one.
Station. This is the place Lil mentioned in her message.
They more or less didn't exist. As you may imagine, this was somewhat annoying to me. I did not end up with a graphics card in that system until...
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
It was probably almost a year later. It was certainly far too long. I mean, I had a graphics card, obviously. It just wasn't the graphics card that I was looking for. Rebreather, hell yeah. Okay. 480 from there, 430 from there. I don't want to go into this place just yet. Hey, knock it off. I should have made myself a beacon. Okay. We're roughly equidistant from all those markers. You had yours built 2 weeks later, they announced the 3000 series cards. They announced the 3000 series when I was in the middle of building mine. I was in the middle of planning to build mine, I should say. So that rather abruptly changed my plans of what I was going to order. I wasn't too hyped about the 20 series, but I really wanted a new system, so beggars can't be choosers and all that. Then they announced the 3000 series. It's like, woo, yeah, all right, let's go. I started getting like a few weeks left before the 3000 series was due to hit, and I just went ahead and ordered all the parts. Got it set up and running, and okay. Then, lo and behold, I was not able to get the graphics card after all. Okay. Rebreather, wiring kit, yay! Fiber mesh silicon Silicon rubber. Both of those are easy to get. Power cells, plasteel ingot. Okay. So we really, really badly need silver. But all I really care about right now is grabbing some silver. Got some over here somewhere. Yay. That's probably enough to get us one rebreather. Let's just go straight back to base and make the rebreather, because I think I had one silver already. But anyway. I didn't get my graphics card until I moved down here. Which happened right about the end of 2020. And was here for quite a few months. It probably was about more like half a year, not a full year. And then they were slowly starting to get them more and more in stock. You couldn't get one for nothing online. But, Micro Center would have them in stock, in-store only, occasionally. Mostly 3090s for unsustainable prices. What do I need again? Mesh? Okay.
The rebreather facilitates extensive free diving by recycling air more efficiently at significant depths.
Yay.
Breathe the freedom.
So one day, I would check periodically on their website, see what they had. Most of the time it didn't really matter because Sea-Truck. We could probably, no, we need advanced wiring kit. We have more important uses for those. Yeah. We need a mobile vehicle bay too, which we don't have the ingredients for. By the time we get the mobile vehicle bay, oh, I need to make some beacons. They are titanium and copper, I think. Yes. Anyway, I checked their website periodically, see what they had.
Traverse territory. Show or hide the signals of your choice with your ZenaWorks PDA.
And one day they had not only 3090s, but also some 3080s, and like 10 different 3070s in stock. So it's like, see ya guys, I'm leaving. Drove like, I think it's an hour and a half away. Got myself a 3070. Hello, Bo. You heard to your nephew needs to be woken up from his nap? That is a very appropriate sound for the current situation. Where? Alright, we want to go this way. Kirk is like 480 something away from the main thing, and roughly equidistant from the other two. Yeah, so we need to go this way, I get that. I really need to get a battery charger before I start running problems with having to make batteries to charge things up. And that's going to require more silver. Okay, we're going too far. Right over here somewhere. Go up to the surface and grab some air, and then we'll go down. Okay. Yep, right here it is. It's aliens. Aliens who somehow know Morse code.
Hello? Is someone there?
In a manner of speaking. We're running out of time.
Alright. Yes, we have arrived. Hopefully that one's not hostile like all the ones in the first game were. Doesn't appear to be.
What is all this?
Seeking emergency storage medium.
I can help you better if you show yourself.
If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage.
Stop
You
acting
mean
like a
you don't have a
dumbass.
physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Can you use my PDA for storage?
You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is, borrowed.
It will have to do.
Ion cubes. One of the most useful resources in the game, in the first game.
How long have you been stored here?
Longer than hoped.
Warning. Sanctuary power critical.
Yeah.
Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete.
Yes, okay. Hurrying.
Storage medium accepted. Brace for transfer.
I don't think it's talking about the PDA.
What's happening?
Transfer.
That's because I'm pretty sure I've never played either of these on stream, Ash.
Transfer complete.
How do you feel?
Why do you sound like you're inside my head?
Because he is,
Facility
dumbass.
Identified hospitable capacity within your cerebral cortex.
You are in my head? I offered you my PDA! Get out!
Oh,
It's gonna do you a lot of good.
Does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetic and organic components?
My mind is not a component.
You sound angry. We will allow you a moment to process.
Don't you go silent on me. Hello? This is not happening.
Yeah, it is.
That's the explanation. It's not happening.
Okay. Some parts of this game's story are better than the first game's story. Most of them aren't. But hey, we have 3 ion cubes. Not sure what we'll do with them yet. We got them. I kind of doubt we'll get the blueprints for ion batteries just anytime soon. All right. Let's go ahead and jump. A beacon somewhere out here so we can find this place again should we ever desire to do so. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not a useful thing to do. Okay, this is a perfect spot. Oh, damn it. There. To the surface we go. There be sharks in these here waters. Lead, that's not really what I'm looking for. Somewhere right around here they say there's a silver rock though. Where's it at? There it is. No, that's not it either. That's more lead. Another sea truck fragment. Not useful, except in so much as it turns into useful things. We need to go to the surface soon.
Warning.
All right.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We're strong enough. That's how strong we are. Now, I don't care about lead. I've got enough of it right now. There it is. Maybe? No. Damn it. There's some over. Above or below? Must be below. But the beep slowed down when it went lower. Lovely. Except it didn't give me any silver. Damn you. Okay.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Well, didn't find what I was looking for. We didn't find an unhappy shark. B-truck is only good for one thing, moving the prawn around. But why would you want to move the prawn around that way? When you can move the prawn around under its own power, which is infinitely more fun. The map in this game isn't big enough to make it necessary. You have something to move the prawn around with. Is the there it is, I think. Yes, we got some silver. Nowhere close to enough, but we got some silver. Screw you, shark. Almost. There it is. Damn it. Titanium. Got more of it? More silver. Heck yeah. We need like at least 4 silver. I think we have 3 right now. More sharkage. There's some. We have to book it to the surface soon. More silver, heck yeah. I think we need some gold.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm not actually sure about that. I forgot to look at the ingredients. Yeah, the only reason, in my opinion, to be clear, the only reason to play this game over the original
Oxygen.
is for new things to see and for the better prawn, because the prawn suit is more cool, more agile, faster, some of those things anyway. The prawn suit's better in this one, but you have to give up so much to get there. You could kill the shark with a knife. It's just turbo not worth it. It would take too long. You'd lose more health than it'd be worth. I think I have enough silver, but I don't really care. I want to stick around until... Ah, there we go. We need one more of those fragments before we can build anything in the way of useful vehicles. I just straight up think I'm not going to build the sea truck. I don't like the sea truck. Got some copper. I need that. More silver. We need all the silver we can get, really. Correctly, we're pretty close to an island here.
Mineral-rich crevices detected below. Geothermal activity detected. Caution advised.
Okay. In the first game, if you wanted to know where the islands were, you could just swim to the surface and look for clouds on the horizon. Our inventory's full. Alright. Back we go. Thanks, AI lady, for telling me the water's warmer than normal. That's definitely one thing we don't have to worry about. At least not too much. Yeah, this map and this game, the map is a lot denser. Smaller. There's less areas where the bottom just drops out from below you and you have to swim down who knows how far before you find anything interesting going on. Which is arguably a bad thing. It certainly makes it so that you can't really have anything like the Cyclops. And if you don't have the Cyclops, are you actually playing Subnautica?
We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you.
You're not real. Go away.
To go, we require a suitable body for transfer.
Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there?
One of us and all of us. We do not think of ourselves as
Let's see.
individual,
We need
distinct.
the habitat
Why don't
builder.
you start by telling me who you are?
You may append your seed
We need some
code to my
gold.
species designation.
Which is
Please call me
unfortunate.
Al-An.
My whole life I've been dying to meet a sapient spacefaring alien up close, and you're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Where are you from, Alan?
Your kind calls us architects.
The precursor race.
Where am I going to get some gold?
What are you doing here?
That is a long story. Perhaps you would prefer to focus on the construction of a new storage medium to which I may transfer.
Yes. Fine, absolutely. How do we get you out of my head?
I have added the information to your data bank. You will need to find the necessary components.
Any idea where I can find them?
It is unclear. I have been disconnected from my network for so long I cannot locate the coordinates.
Okay. I need a battery charger. To get a battery charger, I need a base. To get a base, I need a builder. To get a builder, I need one single piece of gold. Let's go to the Delta Station dock and see if that's got anything useful for us. I don't remember if there's anything particularly useful on land over that direction, but I guess we can find out. I could also poke around more below that, but I don't think that's worth it right now. I don't remember if that actually hooks to anything other than that platform down there. I don't think it does. Hello. Stay with me, please. Is Delta Station the one on the volcanic island? They definitely seem to handhold a little harder in this game than they did in the other one. Anyway, welcome to Delta Station. Yeah, I think this is... Oh. Yeah, okay. This is an important story beat here. I think. We shall see. Here. We're running out of heat, but that's fine. There's ways to fix that. We'll leave that beacon there.
This is a recorded message. If you can hear this, you're trespassing. If you know what's good for you, you'll get the hell out of here.
What? I can't hear you. Did you say something? Yeah, I think this is where you run into, well, what's her face? Anyway. Who's it? Exactly. Crystalline sulfur is useful. We already have a mineral detector. We might as well scan that anyway. More crystalline sulfur. It's actually useful. Probably shouldn't be picking up anything except the more valuable stuff. Honestly, I don't think I need any more crystalline sulfur, but I might as well pick it up just in case. Okay. I don't want that. Probably just a renewable food. We don't care about renewable food. Okay. I hope I'm not going in circles. I am going in circles. Yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea to see if we could fall down in there. Just saying. Do it? No. I'm a wuss. I refuse. Must feed chaos. Well, I don't want to go in the water over there. There's probably a 0% chance I can jump up here. They do that annoying thing where if you jump on top of something, it kicks you backward. Okay, there's a way up. I remember there is, I just don't know where it's at. I doubt it's through this cave anywhere. Might be out the other side of it though. There we go.
Stop right there, Altera. You're out of bounds.
I'm not with Altera.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
What do you mean?
If you're telling the truth, you're out of your mind. If you're lying, there'll be hell to pay.
Wait!
Hey, I want a
Who
cool
are you?
spike like that for my
Stay
prawn.
off my land.
Alas, we never do get a cool spike like that for our prawn suit.
The woman in the exosuit has been traced as far as my technology will allow. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Good old round multi-purpose room. They call it an exosuit, but it's the prawn suit. We'll get one of those eventually. They are very cool. More cool in this game than they were in the first
New
one.
blueprint
Although they were also very
synthesized.
cool in the first game. To the point where I usually didn't bother with the sea moth. If I knew how to get the prawn early, and I would just book it straight for there and get the prawn parts. And well, I shouldn't say I wouldn't bother with the sea moth. Often I would build a sea moth early to help me get the prawn, but I wouldn't use it very much before I got a hold of the prawn. Anyway, we're gonna get so much nice stuff out of this that we won't be able to build. Not sure why I want Fred's shaving kit, but oh well, I'll grab it anyway. Guess we'll take that stuff. We'll have to find some place to store it, but might as well. We can grab posters and stuff, which is cool, I guess. Okay. What I really need is a piece of gold.
Cushy setup. Must belong to one of those higher-uppers. Maybe I can find clues about Sam here.
Yeah.
Sam really got under management's skin. I didn't know she had it in her.
Okay. Motivational poster. No thanks. Not interested. The observatory is a cool structure. The problem with building a base in a game like this, though, is that it's kind of a but why moment. You don't need much more than a room with a few storages and stuff in it. And I've always found that if I build bases that are not functional, as in designed around my needs, then they always end up looking weird. Have a use for this as of right now. Okay. I'll be back. I'm sure. Remember correctly, this thing is important to the plot for some reason. I don't even remember why. Okay, Arnold. I know what you're referencing, but I've never watched that movie. Honestly, I know it's one of the Terminator movies, but I don't know which one. I think it's one of the Terminator movies anyway. I guess I shouldn't say I know when I'm not 100% sure. Food, who cares? Water, who cares? Battery, care very much. Gold! Oh yeah. I should scan this before I break it. More gold! Not sure what this thing's supposed to be. Okay, our inventory is almost full. So let's just drop a beacon. Right in here. Ooh, there's diamonds back in there. Go ahead and put this right here. Damn it. It's one stupid letter too short. Oh well. From the first one. You know, I don't even know the plot of the first Terminator movie. Oh. Alright, back we go. Time travel. Well, I knew that much. But anyway, we're going straight to base. Go directly to base. Do not stop to look at anything interesting. And then we're going to build a base constructing thingy. And we're going to go build ourselves a new base. Although I have to decide where I want to put it. Toaster sent to stop an oven. Okay. We should have all the components we need. I'm pretty sure we have enough silver. Reasonably certain we have enough copper. I know we have enough titanium. And we have gold now. That's the last component we needed. We might need to go get another table coral. But that shouldn't be hard to find. Oh.
You do not trust Alterra,
No, neither do you.
but your sister was Alterran.
My sister was my sister. She worked for Alterra.
My people do not perceive a difference. We are what we work
Okay.
for.
Well, Sam wasn't. I should have guessed Alterra would find a way to clip Sam's wings, like I knew they'd do to mine. I tried to warn her, and she was stubborn, just like me.
That should be enough silver.
Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, way less play by the rules.
We need 2 wiring
Was
kits, I
Sam
think.
working in the best interest of Alterra?
Yes, but they definitely didn't think so.
We believe
Oh,
that
okay, we do
individuals
need two-
may operate in
we
the
do need
best
2
interest
table
of the
corals.
collective or against the best interest of the collective. There is no in-between to us.
So
We
you
might need
always
more
saw
copper,
eye to eye
actually,
on
on second
absolutely
thought.
everything with your network?
No.
I sense there's more to this story.
And more to your sister's story as well.
That's fine.
Let's go
Change
find
the
some
subject.
table coral.
We'll come back to it later.
Work correctly. There was some over here somewhere. It stands out pretty well against the background because it's red. Not that red, a different red. Okay. There's some. Alright. That should get us most of what we need. That's supposedly some kind of alien coral. Yeah, these things here are just coral, apparently. Not sure why it would grow in ropey snakes like that, but it does. Okay, we need copper wire. That's all of our copper. I have to go get more. Nope, we got everything we need.
Adding emergency shelter blueprints to your databank.
I already have them.
With the Builder tool, you can construct sea bases from raw materials, advising against exploring a frozen water continent without a base. No bed,
Okay.
no storage, no place to put a fabricator module. No fun.
We're gonna want some lead. We're gonna want some quartz. Okay, I think this is a good mix of crap. Let's go see what we can do with this. Where do I want to build my base? I want to put it someplace interesting. Probably... not too far away from here because... You know what, let's go put it over somewhat, not close to, but over in the general vicinity of the alien facility. Doesn't have an airlock? I'm not sure how that thing supposedly works, but it does not have a 2-door airlock, no. It's some alien, or not alien, but some future tech, I guess, supposedly. I think we're gonna put our base in here somewhere. Well, like on top of a rock spire or something. Probably not on top of that one. That one's kind of boring. Maybe we should put it right here. On top of this. We could put an observatory out in this end. Put a, we're pretty close to the surface. Because there's nothing inherently wrong with being close to the surface, but I'd rather be lower down. Like maybe down here. Okay. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we can deconstruct it if it's in the wrong spot. Okay. Go ahead and snap the multipurpose room right there. Hey, get away from me, you piece of shit. I've just realized that I don't know how much it costs for the door. That's going to be a somewhat important part of the building. Okay, it's just quartz and titanium. Good, we can easily afford the hatch.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Okay. We need some copper to get a solar panel going. We'll put the solar panel up on the surface and then we'll use some of our gold to run a power line down there. Get rid of me, piece of shit. Okay, we've got the copper we need. There we go. Good old-fashioned solar panel.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Okay, this is a base. That is a different base. We need to connect the two together with a few things. Yeah, actually, let's unload the battery from that. Load up that battery. Okay. Does it get us enough battery power to get there and back? We'll grab 3 pieces of gold. I'll probably mine some copper on the way back. And that should allow us to place a couple more solar panels. And maybe some other stuff. Okay, got some copper. More titanium we don't need. More titanium we don't need. Okay, how much gold do I have? 1 piece. Ooh, that's probably not gonna be enough. Oh well, we can see if we can make it be enough. And I should have put a marker on where we were building. Do I have a marker with me? No, I do not. Let's go make one. That'll use up our copper, but it can't be helped. Okay. So it's right over this direction somewhere. We should be able to see it pretty easily because of the platform for the solar panels. Plunk this rock over the head and take its resources. Give us a bit of copper. Titanium, or copper, or titanium, or titanium, damn it. We'll probably have to go back to the gold area. See if we can get some. There's a pretty impressive structure. Giant loops. Damn, this would have been a better place to build a base. Speaking of our base, where is the damn base? There it is. Okay. Power transmitter.
Oxygen.
These have much shorter range than I remember them having. Unless they don't draw their range anymore. Look at that. We're gonna need so much gold to run our transmitters down here. Yeah. Oh wait, no. We only needed one. Okay, good deal. Apparently it was just the angle was weird or something. Okay, so this just announces power is online. I do kind of like this area. But now I am starting to think that it might be a good idea to move. We'll go put another foundation over their side and see what we think of that. Oops. Plunked the poor mic over the head. Okay. I don't want to put it on top of this outcropping. That's a little too shallow. I think right here it'd actually be excellent. Piece of shit, get away from me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Put that right there. Then eventually we'll put in a docking bay somewhere around here, probably over there. We might just run a tube all the way over there and put in a docking bay. And then an observatory will go in here somewhere. We'll run glass compartments over to there. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. We'll put the hatch back over here where nobody's going to care about it. Okay. We'll leave that where it's at. And I'm going to see if I can put the power transmitter right there on that edge and make it work.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh. Up to the surface we go. No, I didn't miss that. If you're talking about the shark, I did not miss the shark. I slashed him. It's just that it takes a lot of slashes to kill a shark. It discouraged him a little bit, made him leave me. Okay. So, grab that pylon. Warning, emergency power only. Okay. I think this was already connecting to that. So we can get this damn thing to set just right on the edge here. Come on. Don't really like the way that's sitting. That's probably not going to have straight lines to either of them. No. Okay, please tell me this can pick up power from there. No, it can't. Okay, fine. Be that way then. We'll move this over to be in a better position.
Warning, emergency power only.
Yeah, shut up already. Okay. I want to have it as close to the surface as I can without actually... actually, wait. Could I stick it right up on top here without it looking super weird? Piece of shit. Okay. Those things respawn anyway, so it's not really worth killing them. Yeah, we can't build it on top of there. It won't allow it. Boo. You can, however, go on top of this thing. That doesn't look too dumb. Okay. Then we can run this on the side right here. Come on. You were much more forgiving how you could place these things in the first game. Oh, I know what the problem is. Yeah, you know what? Upon second thought, screw this foundation. Can I put solar panels directly on top of this? Yes, I can. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. I don't like the way you look. Could you at least be touching the thing you're supposedly connected to? Come on. Ooh, there we go. That's perfect. I couldn't ask for a better setup if I tried. Alright, let's get a second solar panel set up. Go. Good enough for who it's for. Beam doesn't go through anything or anything weird. But technically you don't need to place a foundation. You could just place this. It would have its own legs. But the foundation makes it stronger. So we'll be able to put more windows and stuff on it.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production
I
offline.
implore you to investigate.
Will this help us build you a body?
I do not know what we will find. I just know it is important.
It's also nighttime, so we don't have any
Survival
right
rate
now.
would be greatly enhanced with the construction
Wiring
of
kit.
an underwater vehicle.
Copper wire.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
We need some copper. And I need some... Okay, we'll have to go over there eventually. In the first game, you darn well had to go find out what you were looking for on your own. In this one, they're like, go here, Go there. Go to the next place. Not sure if I prefer that. Anyway. Let's go back over here. Let's mine some copper along the way. I think we have enough silver to do what we're trying to do next. Because next I need to make a battery charger, so I don't have to make a bunch of spare batteries. There we go. By that point, hopefully it'll be daytime, and hopefully we will get some power out of our solar panels. Okay. We have the silver. Okay. Wiring kit. Now, we need some copper wire. That'll require a little bit of digging around out here. Hopefully not very much. The rocks that contain copper are really common. Well, there's your first copper. There's your second copper. Good deal. Okay. We're getting pretty full up on resources. We probably better not grab too many just yet. Not until we have proper storage. Let's see, we need to make a copper wire. And this should get us a battery charger. Now, let's attempt to pull most of the valuables out of here. Leave shit we don't want. I think that's good. The sulfur's not hugely important. The salt we'll probably never use. Titanium is pretty useful. We'll come and make a second trip for that kind of stuff later. But for now, we've got most of what I care about. And I need to remember to put a marker on this damn thing. So I can find my base. But it should be right out this direction. Somewhere. Okay. I think my favorite base I ever built in the first game was... Okay, there it is. Yeah. Right over there is where we're going to put our docking bay once we get it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yay. Okay, first things first, the battery charger. That is of critical importance to me. Okay. And load empty batteries into it. Next thing's next. We need another copper ore for a fabricator. Darn. Lockers are 2 titanium and quartz. Wall lockers are just straight up 2 titanium. The good thing about wall lockers, they hold less than the other lockers, but they have integrated name tags. They're definitely worth it. I forgot you can only put 3 on a wall. Okay. But this will get us some very much needed storage space. Then right in there is where we'll put our fabricator once we go grab another copper ore. Which I should go do right now. Okay. That's lead. This will be titanium. For now, anyway. Okay. Let's go find ourselves some more copper. Thankfully, copper is very common. Relatively speaking. We definitely have enough, but the more we collect, the more we'll be able to build. Also, I want lots and lots of quartz, because I want to build lots and lots of windows. I should look to see what this game uses to make enameled glass. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't use stalker teeth, considering that there don't appear to be any stalkers around here. Okay. Fabricator? Wait, fabricator doesn't fit there? That's a true tragedy. Guess we'll put it over here instead. Okay. What other incredibly important things do we need right now? Modification station, don't care. Miscellaneous, don't care about any of this shit. It's totally worthless. Bioreactor. Better just build lots of solar panels and hope we don't run out of power in the middle of the night. Okay, windows are a single glass. Reinforcement require lithium, which you don't have yet. Okay, enameled glass. What do we need for that? Lead and diamond. That's expensive as hell then. Oh, let's get at least a couple windows on this place. We'll install them from the outside. way I can tell what will have the best view. That seems like a good spot. We're gonna need to make a lot of hull reinforcements and foundations if we want to get all the way over there with okay. It immediately makes the interior much cooler. Now, more wall lockers. I don't want to cover that wall with the wall lockers because I want to put a thing there, possibly. This wall is acceptable to cover with wall lockers, though. We'll probably end up putting reinforcement on these walls. Alright. I have changed my mind about what goes where. That's silicon. That's titanium. Copper. It's lead. And let's see, it's AG for silver. Okay. Now we're just missing the container for the random shit, which unfortunately we can't put there. We definitely need more cords. We'll just go ahead and build a freestanding locker in here. There we go. All right. Definitely not charging those batteries very quickly. How much does it cost to make a battery? Ribbon plant, copper ore. How much copper do we have right now? 2. Okay. Alright. We'll leave the habitat builder here. We'll leave the mineral detector here. The repair tool's fully charged. Who knows if we'll ever actually use that or not. Okay. We just need a couple fully charged batteries to get back on our feet and get going. And then I think we will... Oh... See. Diamonds would be useful. Here, what do we have in our fabricator? We don't have the mobile vehicle bay fully discovered. We're gonna need that soon. I really don't care about the sea truck at all. A wiring kit would be nice. How much? We do have enough silver to go ahead and make a not wiring kit, compass. We need copper wire for that as well. Oh, there goes all of our copper and silver. Flashlight would be nice, but it's not a priority. Okay. Yeah, let's make a compass. The only problem with living out of the what do I call it? With living out of the Cyclops was that it would suck down batteries so fast. Or power cells, I guess. Which I guess makes it worse, not better. Okay. There we go. Our stuff be charged. And we can set sail into the unknown. On the hunt for copper. First, let's make a trip back to our old base and grab remaining useful resources out of it. We'll leave useless shit there for now. Nice, got some copper. I don't remember if this game has outcrops of minerals on the bottom like the first game did or not. Like large outcrops that can be mined with the prawn. I really want the prawn suit. I suspect we're gonna need to go to one of the land bases to get it. I don't remember where the blueprints for it are found in this game. It probably wouldn't hurt to go find the old grumpy lady too. There's some useful stuff out her direction. Beyond just her. Okay. That should be everything we want. Right there. I don't care about any of the rest of this shit. I forgot to put a marker at the base. We need to go do that. Full. Well, for copper, that salt deposit is going overboard. Okay, should be right out this direction, I think. Definitely wonderful weather we're having on the surface. Anyway. Usually I move into the Cyclops pretty promptly. And then from there, build small bases here and there around the map that exist solely to have a power cell charger in them. Okay.
Welcome aboard,
I
Captain.
think we can edit that beacon in some amount of detail. Okay. Let that blue. Okay. That'll help us pick our base beacon out of the mix. We're gonna have a full thing of titanium pretty quickly here. Got some copper to store. Good amount of it actually. Bit of lead. And a bit of quartz. No silver, unfortunately. Also, sneaky piece of poop. I've seen all those already. Stop highlighting them. Go. I've seen those too. Knock it off. Honestly. Okay. At some point I must have accidentally clicked on the beacon. There we go. Go away. I don't need to be reminded of what I'm trying to work on in that particular manner. I mean, I probably do need reminders, but okay. Screw it, I'm not gonna worry about that. Go ahead and swap batteries. And I think we're gonna go try to find the crazy lady. Except, no, we're not. We're going to go to our base, and we're going to make ourselves a couple beacons. Because being unable to mark cool things we find is a very bad idea. Okay. Now we should be able to go check on the crazy lady. There's another E-truck part. I don't really care about that. Just checking to make sure they're not special parts of the sea truck, if that makes sense. Gold. We need that. Silver. Definitely need that. That's a friendly sound. Go get her skin boiled off.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, well, we'll get our skin boiled off later. I don't remember if there's anything down here that's useful or not. Cares about eggs. Okay. There's nothing too exciting down here. There's lots of silver, which is good. Because we need that. Yeah, this is just underneath the Delta Station dock. There's a bit of gold, too. Or at least possibility of gold. Far too much titanium. Okay. There's a large something or other that would probably want to eat us. Let's avoid him if we can. Speaking of things that want to eat us, let's avoid the crash fish. Lithium. Oh yes. And more lithium. Okay, that's incredibly important. Inventory's starting to fill up. Ow. What's huge? More lithium? Okay, maybe I should mark this place so I can find it more easily in the future. Yeah, LI. Okay. Bit of quartz here and there as well. We probably shouldn't pick up too much quartz though. We'll reserve inventory space for the lithium. Because the lithium we need to build reinforcements. for our base walls.
Detecting stern of an astronautical salt transgov vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Oh, there's the wreck of the Mercury 2 right over here. Remember there being useful stuff in there, but I don't remember what all was in there. Well, we're definitely going to try to explore the wreck of the Mercury 2. Okay. More lithium. We'll leave that for later. We can always come and collect more lithium. I've got enough for now. Some exciting stuff around here I'd rather not deal with if I don't have to. Okay, we don't have a cutter, so we can't get into that door. There's a free battery. Better not get in too deep because I want you to be able to get back out and go get oxygen. Matter of fact, let's go do that right now. The roar sounds disturbingly familiar. That thing right over there, I'm pretty sure. Or that thing right there. Let's avoid him, why don't we? Nope, you can't see me. Okay, we should be safe in here. Okay, something flashed the scanner icon at me. Copper wire. That's good loot. A battery. Access out the bottom of the craft. Okay, we got 72 seconds. We should be good. Do a little more internal exploring. We need to come back here with a laser cutter, which I don't have the blueprint for yet. Because there was a sealed door. There's another sealed door. Oh look, here's the cutter for the cutter for the laser fragment. The laser cutter fragment. If going up gets us out or if we have to go down. I suspect going down is probably the way to go.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright. We do not want to go close to that guy. We can at all avoid it.
Oxygen.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm more worried about the dinosaur. Okay, I kind of want to put a marker on the Mercury too. And then we can go back to base and... First of all, let's not swim over toward him. I don't know why you put quotation marks around safe like that, Sealith. We're perfectly safe, see? Assuming I can find the entrance I used earlier. I mean, I swam past an entrance, but I'm looking for a better entrance now. There was one. I thought it was on this side. Well, this entrance will do just fine. Okay. Let's go back to the land of lithium.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Let's collect as much lithium as we can, and then let's go back to base. We should probably head to the nearest landmass. Not nearest landmass, but we should probably head to a nearby landmass and investigate it for bases. Oh, hello. Let's not go over that way. That, or I should probably go back to base and figure out what time to make the laser cutter and then come back to here. Probably the smarter idea. So there's reasonable amounts of lithium laying around on the ground in this vicinity. Okay, you just stay over there and we'll be fine. The crash fish are much less aggressive in this game, which is one nice thing. Because in Subnautica 1, or maybe just Subnautica, usually by the time you spotted a crash fish, he was on your way. Or on the way to you. I would like him to go away, because he's kind of crimping my style. There's more lithium. There's more lithium. I'm not going to look behind me. As long as I don't look behind me, we're safe. Okay. Grab a bit of air. There's the Delta Station dock, but we're not looking for Delta Station. We've been there already. Okay. We're now out of the area where the lithium is common, and into the area where we can still find lithium and occasional gold. Fortunately, that was not actually gold. There's some copper. Alright, let's get back to base. We'll swap out the batteries in this thing. We'll see what we need to make the laser cutter. If we can easily make the laser cutter, we'll do that. Failing that, we will go off on another exploratory expedition to either attempt to find the mainland or the large island. I'm not sure which it would be, really. And
Welcome aboard, Captain.
If you insist. Okay. We've got several batteries. Now we can have this full. Make a couple beacons, because we used the ones we brought with us. Okay. Alright, good enough for what it's for. Now. Let's put the lithium in here. As well as the gold. Probably getting pretty full up on full up on titanium. Take builder. There. Now, what is it going to cost for reinforcements? Lithium and 3 titanium. Okay, that's great. I will install 2 of those right now. I need 1 more titanium. Excellent. I might have to go outside to install it. And it might just straight up not allow me to install it at all until I remove those damn things. Nope. Okay. How much does it cost to build glass times 2? Let's not do that just yet. Only 5 titanium to make one of those. I think it used to be 10 in the base game. Oh, and we can make plasteel ingots now too, since we have lithium. Alright, well that'll free up some space. Copper wire can go in with the copper. Nope, no. Let's put it in here with random stuff. We'll put reinforcements on later when we need them. Okay. I don't want to make too many titanium ingots, because that'll suck up all my resources. But a few is reasonable. Alright. Oh. We weren't terribly far away from What's-Her-Face's base. Let's go back out that way. This time we'll arc around this way slightly instead of around that way. If that makes any sense. We'll try to stay farther away from Delta Station Dock on the way in. Maybe we'll see something new. Please stay over there, thank you. Your cooperation is appreciated. lithium. More gold. I should have checked to see what the laser cutter cost. Oh well, too late now. We can do that next time we're back at base. Don't worry, we're definitely not being chased. Everything is fine. Man, there's tons of lithium down here. I don't need that much though.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
This whole area is very high in lithium though. I'll have to keep that in mind. Might want to move the land of lithium marker. Oh, I forgot about these floating islands until just now. These are kind of cool. Okay. Here's a definitely perfectly natural cable thingy laying on the surface. Can't remember if following those leads to anywhere useful or not. Okay, he doesn't look like a friendly fellow down there. But avoid him. That also sounded very friendly.
Detecting bow of an astronautical Soltrans vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Where's my marker for the wreck of the Mercury 2? Way over there. Okay, let's go drop a marker on this one.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
A little more warning than 30 seconds is probably useful right about now.
Oxygen.
Yeah, we'll make it, I think. Get your ass back in the water. You don't belong up here. All right. You're off. Nobody likes you or your teeth. Okay. I don't know if this section has stuff in it the way the stern does. Oh, here's an entrance. Okay. But we're not actually here to investigate that. Not really.
There is a large anomalous mass of rock that has broken away and risen above the surrounding terrain.
Yes, and your point is? Okay, we need to go to the surface for air now. This is where it would be useful to build the sea truck,
Warning.
but
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I really strongly don't want to.
Oxygen.
Yeah. I should build myself a second air tank. I can swap air tanks in the bottom. If I remember correctly, what's your face's base is inside of a cave. Okay, that is the Mercury 2. I'm going the wrong way. You might need to build a sea truck. As much as I do not want to do so. We're almost at 300 meters right now. Oh, there's titanium outcrop. Yeah, that's a pretty steep fall off down there. I don't think we're going that direction right now. Not without some pretty beefy assistance.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, straight for the surface we go. I doubt that gets friendly. You might not be able to make it to the surface.
Oxygen.
Yeah, we'll be able to make it. Hello, giant whale thingy. Those are positively tiny compared to the Leviathans, though. Okay.
You came within range of data that might help with the construction of a new storage medium. You must continue to investigate.
Can't spend down long down here at all. Nope. Okay, we gotta go to the surface. That's 400 meters down.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yep. We should be able to get there in time. I think. Maybe.
Oxygen.
Then again, we might just have gone too deep. Come on. Damn it. Nope. Almost, but not quite. Okay, what'd we lose? Nothing of any true importance. Okay. Yeah. What was in the last slot? It was like a beacon or something. I don't suppose I had the decency. Yeah, dropped beacon. Well. Let's go get our stuff, why don't we? Yeah, I need to change the batteries out in this thing first. And let's make an emergency air tank. Okay, 2 titanium, a fiber mesh, 2 glass, a silver ore. Okay, we don't have the fiber, we can go get it. We just need to make 2 glass and go get the fiber. Okay. It shouldn't be very far at all. I need to swap the batteries on this thing before I forget. As soon as we go back to base, first thing. Okay, over here is the thing we need. I believe we need 2 of this stuff. If not, we'll have 2 fibers. There's someone a little closer. In any case, we don't have to go very far away from base to get what we needed. Fiber mesh does indeed require 2 creepvine samples. Standard O2 tank, high capacity O2 tank. Okay, it's empty right now. We can swap it with a full one. And that gives us a whole another 90 seconds of oxygen, which should be enough to get to the surface from wherever we happen to be. It annoys me slightly that it always turns the flashlight on this thing every time I swap the batteries. Even though the toggle lights is the other mouse button. Alright, that's quite a ways away. The thing is, I can't remember if we get the cool thing by scanning stuff in her base, which is in a cavern somewhere under that area, or if we get it by scanning things on the mainland. I think it might be scanning things in her base. But it's been so long since I played this game, and I only ever played it once. I don't remember where stuff is nearly as well as I do. Nearly as well as I remember where things are in the base. I shouldn't say the base game, the first game. Now this hopefully marks where that crack was that was leading toward a what do I call it? I was leading toward a cavern. I don't know if that was the right cavern or not, but I guess there's really only one way to find out. Man, we almost made it to the surface. This is like right underneath the surface. Not sure whether the rest of the stuff will be floating on the top or have sunk to the bottom or be right here in the water column. You know, it does look cool when it's dumping hail or whatever on the surface and making these trails into the water. Don't think that's... It might be. I don't think that's terribly realistic. Okay. There's your stuff slowly sinking below. Get back here, you. Okay, back to the surface to grab some air, and then we go down into the cavern. Sounds like there's something that wants to eat us behind us. Screw off. Fill up on air. Backup tank is full. I think it was back in the beta versions, alpha versions, something like that, where you could just have multiple tanks in your inventory and they would supply you with oxygen. You didn't have to equip them. That was pretty cool. Not too realistic, but then nothing in this game is really realistic. Okay, stop being distracted. We're just going down to see what we can find.
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
That's nice. Not what I'm looking for, though. Ruby. Hell yeah. Pretty sure it's somewhere around here. Oh, what's her face space? We can stay down here until this tank runs out of air. And then we need to swap tanks. And go straight for the surface.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, this is probably not where What's-Her-Face's base is. Let's get out of here before I forget how I got in here.
Oxygen.
Okay, we got 96 seconds to get out of here. I kind of want to drop a beacon, but I also don't want to stop. Because we got a long ways to the surface. Okay, we're passing through 200 meters. Don't get the bends. Thankfully, that's not a problem. Although, I understand that there was some prototype code left over in the first game. You have that be a thing that could happen. But it was never fully implemented. Okay. I'm gonna go down there later. We'll have to poke around down there once we have the Stompy Robit. For now, let's go. Oh, there it is. What's-Her-Face's base? Okay. I don't know if this is actually What's-Her-Face's base. No, this is an abandoned base. Okay. Still. Multi-purpose room glass dome. I don't remember that being a thing. This right here looks a lot like the moon pool, but it doesn't seem to have an open bottom. Okay, so this is not What's-Her-Face's base. We'll have to rename that beacon then. It's Omega Lab.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, we better swim back up. The emergency tank is just that, for emergencies. No, I'm not taking the time to change that right now. It's still a good idea to treat the 30-second warning as a get to oxygen now warning. I refuse to make a third tank because hopefully we will have the Stompy Robit soon and won't need to worry about any of that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if these caves led to her base though. Maybe we'll leave that marker there for now. Nuclear reactor fragment. Nuclear waste disposal. Okay. Power cell charger. Hell yes. We're gonna want that soon. Finding the power cell charger in the first game is a real pain in the ass. But it is exceedingly incredibly valuable. Frame dart, don't care. It's gonna yell at us in a second here.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, we still have stuff to scan down here.
Oxygen.
Okay. We need to explore that cave down there. Swap tanks. We'll rename the beacon on the way down this time. Okay. Go ahead and make sure I didn't miss anything real quick. Aside from random useless shit like art. Okay. Oh, there's another one of the... I didn't even visit this room yet. Water filtration machine won't be useful to us. I'll scan it anyway.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah. Let me just scan the last couple things quick. The next time we come down here, we won't have to scan anything. Okay. Now, we'll go down there and we'll explore some of the side tunnels and see if that leads to where we're going. Or what we're trying to find, anyway. Okay, let's get both tanks filled. Because we're gonna need them. I think I've scanned everything in that base that there is to scan. Now. don't remember. Okay, this leads down through the cracks to the area where we were at before. I don't remember where her base is. Is it down this low? Let's scan some shit. As we get the 30-second warning, we're going surface. Get the hell away from me.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, up we go.
Oxygen.
Swap tanks. Even with 2 tanks, we don't have enough time to stay down there long enough to explore that cave. So if she's in those caves, we're kinda screwed. Yeah. We either need to build a sea truck or we need to build a 3rd or 4th tank. We probably should poke around more over by the actual last known location. Because that's likely actually where she entered. The underground. Okay. Go. Okay. Exosuit thermal reactor module? Yes, please. Mobile vehicle bay? This is the last mobile vehicle bay fragment we need. Now we could build the sea truck if we had to. Okay, I see light thingies here. We're going the right way. And there's an oxygen dealie.
Didn't I tell you to stay away?
Yeah, you did.
What? I don't even know who you are.
Margarita
There's your base.
Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great.
Yay.
Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not
moon pool.
understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
Attack sea truck
Signal
dock.
location uploaded to PDA.
Hear that noise. Customized prawn suit. Yeah, I just unlocked a database entry for the prawn suit, but not. Didn't give me the blueprint for one. I don't think. Vehicle upgrade console, moon pool. Sea-Truck dock. Don't give a shit about that. Sea-Truck is shit. Damn, we didn't get the prawn suit blueprint.
I told you to stay off my land.
You trained that thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
I'm not with Altera. I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base. If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister. There's some junk on that table that might help. I couldn't get it to work.
Okay. Snow Fox. I built the Snow Fox the first time I played this. It was pretty useless. Sea-Truck perimeter defense
New
upgrade. I guess I'll
technology
pick that
acquired.
up. Anyway, the Snow Fox is kind of a piece of shit. Unfortunately, though, large room glass dome. Yes, please. Fortunately, there does not appear to be the blueprint for the big stumpy robot here. So we'll likely have to go to land for that. Anyway, building the Snow Fox is not worth it when you can just build the big stumpy robot and use that instead. But first we need to figure out where its damn blueprints are. I'm pretty sure I don't have them. Titanium ingot, lubricant, computer chip. That's kind of expensive, but not too expensive. Sea-Truck. I don't want to waste that many resources on a piece of shit. Moon pools, relatively cheap. We'll definitely be building that. Power cell charger. That's actually cheaper than I thought it was. Advanced wiring kit's a pain in the butt, but the rest of it's easy. Okay. That wasn't that hard to find after all. Oh. Did I just get a good scan of this thing, please? I want to make one of my very own. It's the only reason to play this game over the other one. Well, one of the only reasons. I guess, technically. Thought I got the blueprint? No, we just got a thing about their customized one. Okay. Do I have a marker in my inventory? I do not. Well, that's sad and unfortunate. I will grab as many resources on the way out as I can. Exosuit thermal reactor is pretty cool. That allows the prawn suit to charge itself when you're in a hot area. Probably shouldn't dawdle. You can come back here later with the prawn suit and do scanning. He says as he continues to scan everything anyway. Remember correctly, maybe that's just the first game. But those gel things are used to make pretty useful upgrades. Okay. Where's the pilot last known location marker? There. Okay, that's actually a good location to enter to get to her base. Alright. We don't necessarily need to put up a second beacon then. Back to base? Back to base. I did get a lot of extremely handy other blueprints. Including the last of the blueprints we needed to actually be able to make the prawn suit once we get the prawn suit blueprint itself. I'm guessing the prawn suit... I can't remember where you find that damn thing. I thought it was at her base or at the main base on land. So I guess that's the next place to look. Although I don't quite know where that's at right now. I think it's over there somewhere, but I'm not actually sure. It might be over there. I think it's over there because we swam over that way. I think it was that way. And ran into a spot that was ramping up to the shore. But that might have been where the game started. We'll have to sail along the edges out that way. Okay, let's get some air and then we'll just go the rest of the way to base. So I want to do glass corridors from the main base structure across to that relatively flat area, and we'll build a moon pool over top of that.
I have been able to
Welcome
sense
aboard,
the
Captain.
location of an important artifact. I will share its coordinates so you can look into it.
Got it.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
That laboratory appeared to have been sabotaged intentionally. Do you know what it would have been used for?
Look like maybe bacteriology. That's what the equipment was for anyway. Before a fire tornado ran through it, or something.
Do you think your sister had something to do with the destruction?
I don't know why she would, but the more I see on this planet, the less I know what to think. Who
Okay.
would want to destroy it?
Now, we want 2 glass. I can grab the constructor. -2 strength. Okay. This is gonna suck a lot of strength out of this building. We're gonna have to move some of this shit around. Gold and silver go in here now. Temporary. By saying it's temporary, that makes it so, didn't you know? Okay. And then this gets a reinforced wall. That adds +7 to the base strength, which is a considerable amount. Okay, wall lockers. Grab some more titanium. Okay, this one will hold copper. This one will hold lead and lithium. And the other one will be gold and silver once I grab them out of here again. Okay. Now we need to remove this shit off this wall, which is going to be probably not that hard. Alright, putting reinforcement on these two walls, we should get enough strength out of this that... Okay. I think it was 2 lithium? Or was it only 1 lithium for a... Only 1 lithium. Okay, that gave us a good amount of strength. Go ahead and roughly center that. It's okay if it's not perfect. And there we go. Now, I wouldn't mind making that glass as well, but I'm probably not going to bother. This is probably going to eventually be into something that is mostly glass. This base is going to have a lot of glass on it if I get my way. Okay. Oh. Put the lithium away. And everything's all cleaned up. The habitat builder away. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to check. What's it going to cost me to build the laser cutter? Ingredients unknown. You must need more scans for it then. Darn. The bronze suit thermal reactor is expensive and rare items that we're not going to get for a good long time. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, we need 2 more scans of laser cutter. We should probably go back to the Mercury 2 rack and try to scan around there. At some point in the future, because it is after 11 o'clock. Save the game. And we'll call it here for tonight. That was pretty fun. We didn't get the prawn suit, but I didn't expect to get the prawn suit in one night. I think I'll just kind of wedge this in random days until either I get bored and sick of the story or we finish it. We'll see. At some time, though, I need to do a proper run through the first game. Because I like that one a lot better than I do this one. In every way except the prawn suit. But anyway, who's doing what tonight? Waste is playing DayZ. And Avi is playing DayZ. Okay. One of those horrible Arma mods. Horrible simply because they're on Arma. Not because the mod itself is bad. Okay. Let's raid Abby. Tomorrow. Probably crab. Very, very high chance of crab. Yeah. And then, of course, on the weekend, there will be some Dyson Sphere program. But anyway, until then, I hope you all have fun watching Avi play Not Scum. Pretty sure that predates Scum. Still waiting for the next patch? Yeah, I cannot wait for that. It's a solid couple weeks out, but there's so many awesome things coming in that patch. I can't wait. But it's not going to stop me from playing until then. Anyway. Now, let's all go say hi to Abby. And I will see you all later. Hope you all have an awesome night. And goodbye.